Hi guys, I wanted to do a monthly recap so bad, and that's why I'm making this video. So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Deborah Dada. I am a day-to-day product designer, but on this channel I talk about everything tech and business and every other little thing in between, and a lot of personal growth and mindset shift is going on for myself here too. But yeah, let's quickly get on to my January 2025 recap. I'm filming this video standing up, so this is also a test. So my hands, I hope they don't get in the way, and I hope that I don't leave the frame. But yeah, this is my training ground, so get used to it. God, I had the best month of my life. January 2025 is by far the best month I've had so far. I think the crossover sermon was particularly for me. I attend Celebration Church International, and Overture sermon by Apostle Emmanuel Iren was exactly for me. It touched point on two major things, and which is like what you should learn from the animals. And the Bible talked about two different set of animals that we should learn from: the ants, how they save for the rainy day, and the birds, how they do not care and God still takes care of them. And it's how, as Christians, there's a balance that you must strike across those two things, across those two animals. That when you are walking severely, you still understand that God is your source. I swear, I don't know if I'm supposed to be swearing, but that sermon made a lot of sense to me because I was so much in a place where I was complaining, I was always grumbling. You would see me and know that something is wrong. And I moved to a point of so much confidence. It was like that entire midnight, Happy New Year, it did something completely different for me. So which is why I said I've had the best month ever. So if you are in that place of anxiety, or you just realize that you grumble or you are always complaining, I feel you genuinely. And what I would genuinely recommend for you is to live like, always know that you are safe. There was also that point, I also came about that point when I think one of the podcasts that I watched, and the person was emphasizing that when they feel anyhow, they always just say, oh, I am safe, I am safe. And you're not saying I am safe because you have the power to keep yourself safe. You are saying I am safe because you know that there is a force, there's something beyond you that is keeping you safe. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me, I swear. It makes sense to me a lot. I set my year high. I was very intentional, especially with words of affirmation, because I know how my words can play in my head a lot. So I wrote words of affirmation everywhere in the house, in the bathroom, on my walls. I just had it everywhere, just so that when I see it and I confess something, it will make a genuine difference in my life. So these are my major wins, and I say major because I would say that they set the course of this month for me and genuinely made this month a success. And I'm looking forward to what these things that I call wins would do for the remaining part of this year for me. Number one was my devotion. We have this structure where 12:30, it's on YouTube, you can tune in every morning, and 12 p.m. I guess, and some other times during the day we pray. So that actually helped me like stay focused in praying every day. That was a huge win for me because once I'm able to start the course of the day in that light, it just makes the rest of the day zoomy and exciting for me. And yes, I got a new job. I think, yeah, that was also very exciting, very huge milestone for me in January. Also, I took YouTube serious, and that's why you're seeing this video. I took it serious. I took it more like a responsibility. Every day I knew that I was responsible to do something, and I have a mark of the amount of content I must post before the end of this year, so I'm actively working towards it. Yeah, I took my midweek service as well also serious, because it was always that point of fellowshipping. I realized major thing, I think I was speaking to Gloria in December, and one of the things we said about like spiritual growth was, oh, devotion, being not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. And with devotion I was able to get the fervent in spirit, but serving the Lord was where service came in, midweek service and all of that. And yeah, I've also been devoted to that, and I think that's a very huge win for me for this month. Now let us go to the tears that we crowed this month. I was filming a video with Gloria, and my battery, my storage was full. I filmed with my phone and my storage was full, and we had talked for about 20 minutes and I lost that entire clip. I was in no, was I in tears? I was not in tears, but I was very sad. I was genuinely very sad. But she was nice enough to shoot over again with me. I think another thing that happened, number two thing that caused tears, was my phone died while filming and I continued talking. And I continued talking, and it was sad. I hope the same thing has not happened now again. If it has happened, I'm going to bed. It did not happen. Hallelujah. I don't know if to count this as a tears, but it's really not a tear. It's just one of the major struggles. My algorithm has learned. My TikTok now is, if you are not seeing CapCut, how to edit this on CapCut, how to do this on CapCut, I've just now realized, because of so much learning that I'm doing on how to make my videos better, on how to do better, edit better, film better. That's what all of my feed is about at the moment. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I had a great month with friendships, and I think this is where I'm going to dwell so much in this video. And it's how I tried as much as possible to have like a month kickoff conversation with most of my friends, just to pick their minds on, oh, what's the year like for you? What's the year going to be like for you? What are the plans for this year? What do you have running? And I've had such great conversations. I think one of the major pointers is, I was talking to Jeff and we were saying, oh, if we are ripped off of everything that you have today, your bank account, your laptop, you don't have anything, and it's just you in the middle of nowhere, what do you think is your worth? And we began to analyze in terms of value. We began to look at things in terms of skill, and we realized I've forgotten the numbers we rounded up to, but it was a huge amount of money to see how much value that we both have been able to add to our lives, and that irrespective of whatever happens, if you're at a point where you know nobody, you have nobody, what's the worth of your brain or your life? But yeah, and that was a very great conversation that we had. I think another major learning for me this month would be the fact that progress is not linear, and I would say that in terms of mind strength. Progress is not linear. There are days where I feel so good, excited, I can take over the world. The world is my oyster. And then there are other days when I wake up and I'm like, you have to drag me out of this bed. But one thing I've learned to do is, the days where the energy is high, I milk it to the core. Like, I do everything that I ought to do. I pack on my to-do, my schedule, and I'm able to get a lot of work done. Finally, I am more confident in myself in terms of putting myself out there or being in front of the camera. Let me tell you questions that run through my head. Questions like, one, who satisfied me to talk about this topic? Or two, is anybody even going to listen to it? But then I took my metric this month. I was able to take my metric off people and take it to the numbers of things that I create. So I'm putting myself at that point where I am saying that I must get my number of content or my number of posts on Instagram to 100 posts. And that means that I must consecutively post every week of this year. And rather than take it off maybe the likes or the engagement or the impression, I'm taking it to what is going to be my own contribution to this time and age. I think the biggest thing, or the final thing I would say that I did learn this month, and I would like that you take a lot serious if you have not picked any other thing from this video, is the fact that we started from the farming age down to the industrial age, where 9 to 5 began to thrive and a lot of machineries began to work, especially in the tech and business world. We moved on from there to the age that we are in now, which is the technology age. There's so much tech out there. There are phones, everyone is on their phone, and this is so beautiful to see. But I think one knowledge I've been able to acquire is what's next. What is the next stage that we are going into? And we are going into that stage of products and brands being humanized. And I'll give a simple example. It is how the face of a brand, which is the owner of that brand, is now going to replace our regular logos that we have. And this is the time to take personal branding very serious. This is the time to not just see yourself as a consumer of any kind of content, to also take yourself to being a creator. Now you might think that, there are a lot of creators out there. I bet you that currently, as of today, we still just have about 2% of the world population that constantly create content. It means that 98% of the world's population are not even into content creation. This metrics is basically according to LinkedIn. So this is an opportunity for anyone or everyone to see themselves as a creator, create something, put something out there. Make sure that one person can sit for 24 hours. That's my goal for next month. I don't know if it's a very achievable goal, but yeah, I'll just round up the video with this. That I want to make sure that one person will sit for 24 hours and consume content of me. So it means that a person can sit anywhere all over the world and they will keep searching for things all about me on LinkedIn, Instagram, everywhere, and you will spend good 24 hours consuming things that I have created. I don't know if that's far-fetched to ask for, but it's that I want to create a watch time. I want to have a watch time of 24 hours all over the internet, and that is my goal for the next month. So you're going to see there's going to be a lot of content by God's grace. There's going to be me putting myself out there in writings, in videos, in pictures if possible, and yeah, God willing, also following instructions for this time and being helped by God. I think that will be the end of this video. I don't know why I made this, but I'm sure it's for something. It counts for something. Thank you so much for watching this video. You know what to do: like, share, and subscribe. So when you do that, we can meet on the next video after this. And I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed filming it. Remain in God, and God bless you. See you in February.